Guys, this neighborhood right behind me, called the Parks, dozens of families thought it was only a matter of time until they became a part of Queen Creek. But if you take a look, just to the left of us is technically Queen Creek, literally on the other side of that road. And then if you take a look back over here where I'm standing is technically Pinal County, a county island. And now town leaders are considering a change that could prevent thousands of families over on this side from ever joining Queen Creek. For most drivers, this road is just another route through town. But for families living nearby, it could represent something more permanent: the dividing line between Queen Creek and unincorporated Pinal County.
We feel like the redheaded stepchild, the outsiders, the people that are segregated.
Jesse is one of the thousands of homeowners in the Parks, a neighborhood at the center of a growing debate over the town's future boundaries. He says that promise to be annexed by the city helped convince his family to move here.
We were hearing that Queen Creek was going to be like the new Scottsdale. They're going to bring in a big library. They're going to bring in an aquatic center. We heard nothing but good stuff.
But that expectation may now be changing. More than 1,500 homes across the Parks, the Meadows, and Magnolia Grove could be affected by a decision from Queen Creek leaders this week. Right now, these neighborhoods sit just outside Queen Creek limits, but are included in the town's general plan, which allows for the possibility of future annexation. Town leaders are now considering removing them from that plan entirely.
There are signs that say "Welcome to Queen Creek" that are attached to our neighborhood. So is the fire department and the police department. It just makes no sense.
If the town council approves the change, residents say it could effectively end any path toward becoming part of Queen Creek in the future.
I just think it's really unfair to those citizens that are here and were given false hope, false information.
For Jesse and thousands of homeowners, this isn't just about a map or a planning document. It's about whether the future they were told to expect is still within reach.
I hope and pray they can do the right thing for the people instead of just thinking about money.
And town leaders say because these neighborhoods were built in Pinal County, they never collected the millions of dollars needed to maintain the roads, parks, and public safety. They did say that annexation would generate an estimated $3 million a year, but they say that's not enough to keep up with long-term infrastructure and service needs. Tomorrow, the town council will vote on this at 6 p.m., so of course we will keep you updated. I'll send it back to you.